The dream of flexible working, business technology was becoming portable.
Look at that.
It was hoped that you could work anywhere.
It's got a proper aerial as well, look.
Look at that, a real aerial that you have to pull up and sort of, as though it was a real intent. So you have a real intent, you have, got to make a call, got to pull the aerial up, like that.
But Adam's aerial's just for show, because it was thought that consumers wouldn't buy a phone without one.
Hey, I'm going to look cool at work today with this.
But did laptops and mobiles mean Britons worked more flexibly, or did they just work more? By 1995, we worked longer hours than anyone else in Europe.
Someone at the door.
That night, there's another delivery to add to the 4 computers they've already received since 1990.
Really heavy. Adam, there's a parcel for me, Steph and Hamish, but it's very heavy. Can you help us?
This is the decade of unending upgrades. Computing power was growing exponentially, the only certainty being that your new machine would fall in price a few months after you'd bought it, and need replacing fairly soon after that.
Ooh, it's working.
The Sullivan Barnes' latest pride and joy has new software, but it's still not what they want.
It's got the internet. Internet tools. Ooh, it's got internet.
It won't have the internet because it's not connected to a phone line.
Instead, the girls will have to make do with interactive CD-ROMs for their homework.
Search for how to survive in the desert, because I need to do a leaflet on it.
They were once hailed as the future of reference materials, but for kids who are used to the web, they're not that impressive.
It's got 6 pages of deserts. Boring.
How can you say that is boring?
George is also finding the lack of the internet frustrating. It's forced her to stay late at work.
I needed to finish something that I could otherwise have emailed to myself. There I still was at 5:45 at work, and I was really glaring at the clock thinking, this is when I should be home now. It's almost 6 o'clock and I should be with my family. In a way, it was almost better to have nothing at home like in the 70s than feel like there's a bit of technology, but it doesn't do what I want it to yet. Is annoying, really.
Technology's changing fast and moving closer to what they're used to. But it's also making the family more aware of what they're missing.
It'd be great to get the internet. It would be so great to get the internet. It would make life so much easier.
I'm looking forward to the end of the whole thing when I get my phone back.
Can I have the internet quite soon, please? Thank you very much. Good night.
We're not creative enough, and we're not positive enough.
It's 1996, Britain's reaching fever pitch. And laddish behaviour wasn't confined to football. It was all over popular culture.
Hello. Hi, Adam.
Today's delivery was the favourite gadget of the 90s new lad. And it comes with its own expert, technology journalist Keith Stewart.
So I brought with me a Sony PlayStation.
Wow!
And lots of games.
It's about time the adults got some fun as well.
Right, I don't know how to work your ancient television.
The little grey box wasn't cheap, costing over £500 in today's money. But 20-somethings in the mid-90s were marrying and having kids later than ever before, leaving them with more money and more time to play.
Tomb Raider was a really important game. Obviously, it's a female lead character.
She's a well-proportioned girl, isn't she?
What Lara Croft was doing was tapping into this kind of idea of kidulthood. 20-something lads who were reading Loaded and FHM weren't really interested in plumbers with moustaches or blue hedgehogs.
Though Sony were complete newcomers to the games industry, by marketing the console as a lifestyle accessory to adults, they soon outsold Sega and Nintendo. The PlayStation now makes more money for the electronics giant than all their other consumer products combined.
Yeah, Hamish, what do you think?
It's better than the Sega.
This is my console, though. But you're all right with that, aren't you, if this is mine? What?
No, it's not fair.
Why isn't it fair?
I have to share.
Adam won't share with Hamish, but he does want to show off his retro toy to some other boys.
Come on in. Games for us to play then? Yeah.
Why don't you guys start and I'll get you some beer?
We don't have to be Man United. Oh, hang on.
That's me doing that.
Right, I'm not doing anything. Am I? Or am I?
Well, jobs to do to actually kick the ball.
It slowly dawns on them that they're not actually playing the game at all. It's still in demo mode.
Hamish! Hamish!
Hamish was just a year old in 1996, but he knows how to sort out the problem.
So your answer is switch it on and off?
Now you.
OK, now you. Go over there.
Yes.
OK. Loading game, right.
Bring it on. I will be the Germans. I'll lose. Wunderbar. Was that David?
All right, Hamish, it's lads' night now, so you can clear off, all right? Hamish, haven't you got homework to do?
Life in the 70s, 80s and 90s has given the family something they don't normally have in modern life: a shared living room.
No, we're having pizza, so we'll see you later.
But Adam seems to be reintroducing 21st century protocol, where the living room is an adults-only space in which he keeps his own games console.
This isn't an adult's room.
Yes, it is. It is tonight, because it's
not an adult's room.
me and my mates.
That man.
Thank you, goodbye.
Trying not to save.
I definitely don't want to have a games console in the sitting room. And it does feel quite exclusive, Adam being in there with his mates having a good time.
There's nothing done this time.
I guess to a degree this is what I've been dreading. Lots of different entertainment media choices around the house and everybody being off doing their own thing.
Because we've got like loads and loads of new technology and loads of different things. Everyone's going off to their own rooms, or they're not like mixed with everyone.
It's 1997, and a wave of optimism is sweeping the nation.
A new dawn has broken, has it not?
The UK has its youngest Prime Minister, and while Tony's entertaining Cool Britannia, the family are entertaining themselves. The house is becoming saturated with technology, but for them, it's still not enough.
Hello, tech team.
Hi, it's Ellie.
Oh, hello, Ellie.
Hi, I'm calling to say that I would like to get a mobile phone before the end of the 90s.
You need to know, Ellie, that even by the year 2000, only 17% of youngsters had mobile phones. If we were to give you a mobile phone now, people would just think that you've mugged a yuppie.
The kids are impatient for the technology they know must be just around the corner.
Hello? Ellie and me would really like the internet.
Are you really missing it?
Yes. I had some homework and I really needed the internet and I couldn't use it, so... What year do you reckon we'll get it in?
I might spring it on you.
Steph has asked for the internet, but what she really wants is the websites that make up the World Wide Web. In 1997, the number of Britons online was gathering pace, and 6 million were already surfing. Although that's a far cry from the 45 million internet users today, Gia thinks it's time for the Sullivan-Barnes family to get connected. So she heads to CERN in Geneva. The world-famous research centre for physics also happens to be where the World Wide Web was born.
This is the corridor in which it all happened. All these other people.
Robert Caillot worked here alongside British scientist Tim Berners-Lee.
Tim's office was here.
Together, they developed a system that would allow everyone to use the internet.
You see the plaque there where the web was born?
This, of course, very, very few people who visit CERN ever come here.
Exactly. But it's here. And we know it's here.
The internet was born in the 1960s in America, out of a military plan to link up computers in order to withstand a nuclear attack. Email began in the 1970s, but until the 90s it was used almost exclusively by the academic community. Berners-Lee had a vision for a service that would hide the underlying complexity of the internet so that anyone could use it.
We called it World Wide Web before the first line of code was written. As a service on the internet, it was either going to take off and become worldwide, de facto, or it was going to be a complete flop.
Kayo saw the potential in Berners-Lee's original proposal, but others at CERN weren't so sure.
This was Tim Berners-Lee's
Original
first proposal.
Yes, Tim's boss, Mike Sendall, had quite some difficulty understanding what it was about. You know, there is even one part here where said, "I don't understand what this